Hey Jess, wake up. He yawned wide and you shook him around a little bit and he rolled onto his back and let you rest more against his chest and stomach now. What's up, babe? We should clean up. I'd imagine we'll want to order dinner sometime soon. What time is it? It's a little after 6. He let out a cavernous yawn, stretching his arms and legs out wide when he did. You were pulled over on top of him and he pulled his arms back in and kissed your head. I am starting to get hungry. Guess we need another bath after what we did. Alright, let's shower and rinse off first. No effort was made to get up, and he only hugged you tight against him and while nuzzling against your head. We have to get up if we want to shower, you goof. I know, I just wanted to hold you a little longer. You can hold me as long as you want later. Promise? I promise. I'd like that anyway. Okay. He released you and you were able to roll off him and stand up. It was the first time you had a good look at him since having sex, and the signs of dried cum are everywhere. Oh man, you eaten a lot. Nothing new there. Pretty sure I ate a lot more than usual too, considering just how much cheesing we had throughout the day. Looks that way. How you feeling too? Sore at all? Not at all, really. I feel something. It's not really soreness, I guess. Just a reminder that you were inside me. I'm glad then. Who knows how long you'll be on your butt tomorrow. Neither of you sat down on your second shower, and most of your time was spent helping Chester clean off any excess or that was matted on his short fur. He was too embarrassed to let you help him clean his backside, beyond helping him rinse off, but you were content with your attention being focused on his front. You even took time to get one of the extra towels and wet it to clean off the bed stuff. As best as you could in hopes your escapades remained a secret. Come on, they know what they're doing at this place. We'll soak in the tub for just a little while longer, and then we'll make an order for dinner to finish off the night. Sounds perfect to me. Back into the tub you went, both of you relaxing as soon as you were down into the water. Might have to come back and do this way more often if Andy doesn't find a place with a big tub enough for me to soak in. I really miss hot baths. Have you ever had a bathtub you could fit in? Yeah, back home we have big tubs. My dad's big, maybe even bigger than I am, so he had to have a big bath. I see. I haven't had an actual bathtub since I moved out of my parents' place either. My last apartment only had a shower, and the shelter is the same. You're more than welcome to take baths at our place. I might not fully fit in the bathtub there, but I'm sure you'd be okay. I know Andy enjoys a good soak every now and then, and you're not too much bigger than him. I'll keep that in mind then. There are days when I just want to get off my feet and sit in a hot bath for a while. Mostly those days are when it's practice and then work. My poor feet are dying by the end of the day. You should start taking baths then. You felt him grab your foot under the water and pull it onto his stomach so he could rub it. At the very least, let me do this. I'm sure a good foot rub could make you feel better. Ooh. Ooh, he says, ooh. Well, I certainly wouldn't mind letting you do this whenever I get home from a long day. As long as you've had a bath or a shower. Smelly feet are gross. This coming from a bull who has a body odor that could knock out an elephant. Hey, that's different from foot odor. Something about it just throws me off. Well, I'll be sure that they aren't unbearable before I shove them into your hands then. You'd better, or I'll twist your toes off. Fucking what? Ew. Jesus Christ, that's very graphic. You tugged gently on one of your toes and then playfully twisted it back and forth. What do you want to do when we get back home? Probably go to bed. I have to get up really early, so I want to make sure I'm fully rested. I expect I'll be nearly unconscious by the time we get back home anyway. You've dozed off several times since we've been here, and even. Are you feeling okay? Oh yeah, I feel great. I'm just so relaxed here. Falling asleep has been easy. I hope it's the same at home. You're gonna be too excited to go to sleep. That's what I'm worried about. I'm already really excited, but when it comes time to go to bed, it's gonna be even worse. You should have waited until tonight to have sex, because it really made me tired. If you have a hard time going to sleep, we can always have round 2 if you're up for it. That's a good backup plan. I hope I can just pass out, though. What, are you saying you don't want to have sex with me again? Was it not good enough? No! He grinned and he splashed water at you when he realized you were teasing him. You're going back to being on bottom next time, wise guy. I'm okay with that, because I enjoyed myself the first time. Getting to watch you as you pounded me. Man, I'm getting turned on just thinking about it. I want to try being in that position next time. I think I'd like to be able to look up at you while you have at it. I wouldn't mind seeing you in that position either. Chester pulled you over into his lap again and snuggled you tightly while kissing your neck. Like before, he slipped into the water and reclined with you against him so he could stare up at the sky together as night began to settle in. Aww. We got a nice little night music too, that's sweet. Stars appeared all across the sky, and everything in the world felt at peace in that moment. Renting this room was a far better idea than I imagined it to be. It was totally worth it. Yeah, it was a great idea. We'll have to do this again. We're gonna do it with Andy soon. I mean a private room like this. I don't think the 3 of us would fit in a tub like this, and we certainly can't do other things with him around. Yeah, that's true. We'll just bring him to the other one. It's still nice, and I bet he'll really enjoy it. We can even take him to look at the models in the other store, too. I bet he'd be willing to drop the money on one of those big models if he saw it in person. I hope he likes the one we picked out for him. He's gonna love it. With us hopefully getting a bigger place, I want him to have a special cabinet that he can put them on display in. I've seen some really nice glass ones, and I bet he'd love to display them in one. Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. You should totally do that for him. He's done so much for me, Link. Hell, he's done so much for us, even. I don't know where we'd be without him. I'm thankful that you have such an awesome brother. He seemed pretty distant at first, and I was worried we wouldn't get along. Well, that's changed, it seems. Yep, you two get along pretty great, I think. He sighed and rested his snout against your head. Things are really going great for us, huh? They really are. I don't think I could ask for more. I'm just about the same. Just about? Is something missing? I'm hungry, so food is what I could ask for. Let's order some food then. I'm ready to eat too. By the time our food gets here and we eat, the last of our time will be about up though. I don't know if I'm ready to get out of this bath just yet. Well, we shouldn't wait too much longer, but I'm okay where I am for now. 10 more minutes. I can deal with about 10 more minutes of this. The next 10 minutes went by with you and Chester relaxing in silence. His large hands moved around your body while you rested against him, rubbing or kneading here or there, leaving you in the utmost perfect state of relaxation. Time came to get out of the bath, and you got another show of Chester carefully climbing out and a chance to admire him in the full glory of his backside. Turned to see you leaning on the edge of the tub watching him, so he crossed his arms and stood with his feet spread apart to give you another moment of looking over the front as well. Okay, you've had more than enough time to stare. Get out and help me dry off while we look over the menu. I have such a good view from here. You can admire it more later. I'm hungry, so the sooner you cooperate, okay. He climbed out of the bath to join him, and he grabbed one of the menus and plopped down on a stool to look over it while you helped dry him. Food was decided on, and he put in the order before proceeding to finish helping you dry himself off. Now that we're all dry, it's time for the yucca before food gets here. Remember how to put it on? I think so. Oh, you can watch me, just in case. Just pulled his robe onto his shoulder and stood with his arms stretched out, and you did the same. Just slide it on like this, and you fold the left side over just left side of it over the right side, and then you tie the sash around your waist. And ta-da! That's all there is to it. There you go. Very nice. Basic yucca science. Let's just adjust this a little. Adjusted your sash, then step back to admire it again. That's better. It looks perfect on you. It feels so nice, too. We should wear these more often after we take a shower at home. We should. I think they're really comfy. Not to mention... He opened up his robe and his sash to flash you and wag everything around, for God's sake. Easy access. Definite perk. Straightened out his yakata and gave his stomach a pat. I hope the food doesn't take long. I'm really hungry now. Me too. What can we do while we wait? We can just talk. About what? I don't know. We can talk about anything, really. Like... Is there any type of food you won't eat? Peas. Very early on in this game, when I was playing this game, I went on a rant about peas.
Hello everyone, my name is Dickerlink, the trained unprofessional. I do not understand how anyone can like the taste of peas. They taste of vomit. What the fuck are they made for? They have the name of urine. Pee! Pee!
Oh. I just got an email from vidIQ that says I reached 3 million views. Nice. Didn't know that happened. Thanks, guys. That's y'all's doing. That's not me, that's y'all. But yeah, it was an early extracurricular activities episode. I opened it up with like, hello everyone, welcome to extracurricular activities. I hate peas. Or some shit. They taste of vomit. Or something like that. So it's funny that that's getting mentioned here. I'm not saying that that's a reference to me or anything. I'm not egotistical enough to claim this as a reference to me. God knows. That'd be fucking ridiculous. But no, that's just funny. A funny parallel. That's all I'm saying. Peas. Well, now that was a quick reply. I don't like peas. They taste gross to me, and the texture of them throws me off too. I can ignore them in some dishes, but I absolutely will never cook with them or eat them as alone as a side. Let's not talk about food though, because that'll end up just making me hungrier. No, okay. What about... What's the weirdest dream you've ever had? Oh, that's an interesting one. Most of my dreams end up being weird, but the weirdest one I can remember... He looked thoughtful for a moment. Then it was like he was reliving an embarrassing event. If I tell you, do you promise not to judge me for it? How bad is this dream? Just promise. I promise I won't judge you for it. Well, you remember how earlier we talked about King Wobbers? That would be code for Bowser. Hey, well, you really promise you're not going to judge me for this? Chester, I really promise I won't judge you for it. Dreams are weird, as we have seen. We've had multiple weird dreams ourselves on this route in particular. And no, we don't really have much say in what happens to them. Well, I kinda got him pregnant. What? Wait, we were going to take his castle back from an invasion, and I told him he couldn't leave his flying ship because he was pregnant with my child. And then when I was inside his castle, I met my aunt from the future who was trying to kill me because she blamed me for my nephew's death from the flu. I convinced her it wasn't my fault, and that we had to travel to the future to fix things. It was all so bizarre. And the biggest thing that stuck out to me was King Whopper's being pregnant because of me. That does sound really wild. Remember you said you wouldn't judge me. Don't worry, I'm not judging you. It's just really crazy. I don't even know why it happened. It's just a messed up concept. I have no interest in stuff like that. My brain went all psycho on me. You mean you wouldn't want to get King Wobbers pregnant? No! It's just so... No! No! I'm curious about what other dreams you've had, if that's the weirdest one you've ever had. Are we gonna tell them about our weird dreams? About photorealistic Chester? About anime Chester? Is this gonna be the payoff to that? I have weird dreams on a daily basis, so if you remind me in the mornings to tell you about them, I'll probably remember them. More often than not, I dream about video game stuff. I've had dreams where I'm in Elder Parchments or Dragon Era games. You know, the game I'm working on was even inspired by a dream I had. It was? Mm-hmm. I had a dream about navigating through a dungeon maze, and I was encountering different monsters while looking for treasures. Some other things happened, but I wasn't sure if I was going to implement that or not into what I was working on. What kind of other things? Adult things. Your project is meant to be an adult game? I hadn't decided yet. That sounds like it could be neat. You think so? Yeah. Nothing like some good old adult content to bring in some more players. Yeah. No kidding. Right, Dine Wolf? God damn it. Who knows then? Maybe I'll make 2 versions of the game one day. One for everyone, and one for anyone that wants to see some good old sexy fantasy content. You know, one that can be played on YouTube, and one that definitely cannot be played on YouTube. One that would be way easier for Let's Players to not have their shit taken down, and another for people to play in their off time. Boy, wouldn't that be useful? If only that was a thing. 100 and fucking almost 200 episodes. 200 episodes. Did you say there was a scene with Steel Ox that was like that? Yeah. And you could just make it like that. I suppose that's true. That's not how it works. I'll just have to see how things go, I guess. Wasn't there like a scene like that in the Darius route? I wanted to bring it up at that point, but you only see it from the back when Darius is like swimming. You see Darius's like ass sticking out of the water. I haven't played the Darius route in like what, a year now or something. Like it's been a long time. Knock knock knock. That must be a food. It was your food. Whoa, mystery solved. And Chester... There's no way that's the shrimp. Chester wielding a carton that contains your dinner order. I'm eat. Let's sit down and enjoy what we got. You sat on your cushion and Chester unloaded everything from the carton. Or sitting down beside you. I think I got everything sorted right. Looks like it. There's so much here. I wanted to try some of the other things that we didn't have last time. A little bit of money left over from what Andrew gave us. I figured we might as well enjoy ourselves to the max. I can only imagine how much money you spent on all this today. Don't worry about it. It wasn't too bad. That must be such a nice thing to be able to say about food. Oh, god damn it. The first worldedness of this fucking game about a homeless person. Oh, jeez. I'll just have to save it before we can do a private room together again. And I can help pay for it next time. I suppose I'll let you. You're bringing in a steady paycheck now. Exactly. Now, try this dumpling. It's delicious. Just erased half a dumpling, held in his chopsticks to you, and shoved it in your mouth once you opened it. You're right. Here, the sesame balls are pretty good too. You and Chester shared bites of your food with each other throughout your meal and left little time for talking while you ate. There was a final dish left covered on the table, and he revealed it to be a small, fancily decorated cake covered with fruit and chocolate syrup. Fruit and chocolate. If there's strawberries and chocolate syrup, wouldn't it be the lie cake? I don't know. Ooh, what's this? It's supposed to be a super soft type of cheesecake. It looks amazing. He prodded it with his fork, and the cake jiggled. Reminds me of you, Billy. It does a bit. You want to take the first bite and tell me how it is? Gladly. A forkful of cake vanished into his mouth, and he followed it up with an enthusiastic nod. It's as delicious as it looks. Get a bite. You're right. This is great. I'll have to look up a recipe on how to make one. And you can treat Andrew to it too. He wouldn't care for the chocolate on it, but I think he'd really like the rest of it. The cake didn't last long, with Chester giving up the final bite to you. You helped him stack the dishes on the tray and clean off the table. Then you sat on the floor in his lap while looking up at the starry sky. How much longer do we have? 15 minutes? Darn, I just love to hop in the bath one final time. You could for 5 minutes, then we'd have to spend the last 10 drying you off to make sure and making sure we have all our stuff. It's tempting, but I think I'd just rather sit here with you for the rest of our time. You were enveloped in his embrace, and he rubbed his snout against the side of your head. He rocked you back and forth and hummed quietly to himself before a deep yawn caused him to pause. I think it's time for us to get changed and start making our way home. Unfortunately, I think you're right. We probably only have just a few minutes left, so I suppose we should get going. He helped push you to your feet, and you helped him up right after. We should probably take a picture together before we leave. That's a great idea. I don't think we have any together yet. Moved over next to you to get in close together while you got the camera ready. All set? Yeah, go for it. Just as you were snapping the picture, what did he do? He stripped off his fucking yukata. Oh, he's a kiss. Aw, that's so sweet. That's so cute. What a sweetie pie. Oh, hey. Oh, look at it. It's perfect. Send it to me. I want to use it for my phone background. I'll probably do the same. I love it. You sent him the picture, put your phone away to change. Can't wait until we come back and do this again. Let's try to make it a habit to at least come to the onsen every now and then, even if it's not a private room. I'm thinking once a month. Man. Money. You got money. We can shoot for that then. And toss me in my underwear so I can get dressed. How about you wear mine home and I wear yours? Don't take this the wrong way. I'm afraid you'd stretch mine out to the point of me not being able to wear them again. But imagine how revealing it would be. Tempting, but I don't own that many pairs. I'll just go commando then, and you can wear mine. Just put on your underwear, Chess. I don't want everyone else eyeballing your dick showing off through your pants. Okay. Hey, they're home. Whew, we're finally home. You poor thing. I hated waking you up on the bus. I'm sorry that I drooled on you. It's not like I've ever had your slobber on me before. Welcome home, you two. Andy! I wasn't sure you'd be home or not, but I'm glad you are. I got home about a half an hour ago. How was the trip? Great! We got you something while we were out too. So here. Chester passed Andrew the bag containing his model, and for a moment his eyes grew wide. You don't have this one, right? I thought you were confident he didn't have it. I was, but... No, I don't have this one yet. I wanted to order it, but it's not even available online anymore. Really? Yeah. Well, cool. I'm glad we got it then. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. I'm just about done putting his twin together, and I'll start on this one next. You could see his genuine happiness on his face, and as he looked over the model. I hope you enjoyed yourselves in Brindle. We did! It was such a great day, right, Link? Yeah, I had a ton of fun today. Can't wait to take you to the onsen too, Andy. You're gonna love it there. I'll take you to the shop where I got you the model, and you can get ice cream, and I can show you the kitchen store. I told you earlier, you just have to plan something and we'll go. Link is gonna get the whole schedule laid out for us, and so we'll have something ready soon. Good. And speaking of schedules, I have a few viewings for us planned this week. I sent dates, times, and links for it all to your email, so you guys can check that stuff out too. Wow, already? He put his hand on your shoulder and gave it a squeeze. I already had some places in mind, so all I had to do was schedule the viewings. Awesome! It might be tomorrow when we look at it though, because I'm so tired now. Well, you should get to bed then. You have a big day tomorrow. The viewings aren't until later in the week anyway, so you'll have time to check them out later. I can't wait to see what you found. It's super exciting! I think you'll be happy about some of the choices. I made sure to put extra focus on a nice kitchen for you. And if we choose any of those places, no matter which, you two will have your own bathroom attached to the bedroom. It sounds great, right, Chester? Chester didn't respond, but instead, he jumped forward, grabbed Andrew in a tight hug, lifting his brother off of the floor. Thank you, Andy! Thank you so much for all that you've done for me, and how much you've done for Link, too! I'm so happy to have you as my big brother, and I'm so grateful that you're here with me. Every single day, I'm thankful for that. Always looking out for me, and I don't know where I'd be without you. Thank you for being here whenever I need you. Chester was heaving and sniffling. I didn't know he was... Oh, that! I knew he was emotional. I didn't know he was... I didn't know he was doing all that. He was heaving and sniffling like he was struggling to hold back crying. Chester... I never tell you enough, and I just wanted to tell you right now. Thank you, Andy. You're welcome, bro. Andrew was let back down on the floor, and he was able to give Chester a proper hug after that. Sorry about that. I'm just feeling a little emotional right now. So much has happened lately, and I really wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you. Yeah, you two have really been through a lot. You have my thanks too, Andrew. I really can't put into words how much I appreciate what you've done. I'm glad Chester has someone like you who genuinely cares about him as much as I do. As long as you treat him right, he'll always be treated like family in our home. You can count on that. Andrew took a look down in his bag once more and cocked his head to the side. Oh, there's something else in here. Huh? Chester took a look and pulled out the horn caps he bought. Oh yeah, I got these new horn caps today too. They're RPG-themed ones. Oh, those are neat. You don't even have to glue them on. No? Do we still have some of the solvent for getting the glue off the ones I'm wearing? I think we still have some. I'll check, and if not, I'll pick some up tomorrow. I'm gonna see about ordering some of the ones that are removable like these. I didn't even know that they made them for like this now. To be honest, I didn't either. It's cool that you found them. We can get some for you, too.
maybe if I find a pair I really like. I do like the idea of them not being glued onto my head. Once we get yours off, it'll take some work to really clean your horns good.
That's what Link is for.
Sure is.
I'll help you with that, I guess, but you'll owe me dinner. Easy enough.
Well, I'm glad you two had a good time. I'm going back to my room now to work on my other model some more. I'll have to finish him so I can start on this new one. Thanks again, guys. This is a really nice gift.
You're welcome, Andy. Be sure to show them both to us when they're done.
I will. Good night. Sleep well tonight. Be sure your alarm is set, too. I'll make sure I get up to check on you, too, just in case.
Okay. Night, Andrew.
Good night.
It's time for us to head to bed, too. I'm struggling here. Yeah, let's finish getting ready and hit the hay. Chester shut and locked his door once you two were ready to crawl into bed together. I'm in no mood for any clothes tonight, so thanks for the warning, Sensibar. Spoo! There, yep, I fucking knew it. Care to join me? Of course I'll join you. He plopped onto the bed and you dropped down right beside him. You weren't given a choice when he grabbed you and pulled you to him. Man, what a day. Mm-hmm. It was a pretty great day, huh? And the best part? Is that I got to spend all of it with you, Link. I will never in a billion years be able to tell you just how much I love you and how much you mean to me. You make me so happy, babe. Every day I get to spend with you makes me happier and happier. And thinking about our future together and what's to come, I can't help but really look forward to it all. There's a lot for us to look forward to, huh? There sure is. You've also helped me overcome some really big demons from my past, and I don't think I ever would have done that without you. I'm so sorry that you had to go through some of the same stuff I did, and I really wish I could have protected you from them. Chester, you don't. I know where the blame lies. I get it, finally. Neither of us is to blame for what happened. But I promise I'll never let something like that ever happen again. I swear that to you. Thanks, Chess. I'm really glad we got to know each other better. I can't imagine what things would be like right now without you. I'm sure you'd found some other guy, 'cause you're a real catch, and I'd be all alone. Of course, meta knowledge, we know both of you would have found someone else. Chester would be with Dozer, and we'd be with someone. Of course, if we wound up with Dozer, Chester would be with... Who would Chester wound up with? You know, on the Dozer route, Chester doesn't really wind up with anyone. He just sort of becomes our occasional third in a playful way if we choose to do that. Which is kind of messed up considering how much he wants companionship, not just playfulness, but that's unlikely. I bet you would have found someone else. It was so much fun and so sweet and caring. Someone would have jumped on you sooner or later. Maybe. There's no sense in thinking about it though, because we have each other. True. I wouldn't want things any other way. He kissed the top of your head and nestled in a little closer with you. I guess we're both pretty lucky, huh? I'd say we are. I don't think I could be any luckier. I love you so much, Link. You've brought so much happiness into my life, and I'll always love you.
I'll keep doing what I can to make sure you're happy too, Jess. You can count on me to always be there for you. Because I love you too. More than you could even imagine. How excited you get because of the nerdiest of things, down to the very last drop of horny energy that radiates from you. I love every bit of you. I couldn't be happier having you as my boyfriend. Well, I'm happy to hear that. My boyfriend. My Link. Oh, how much I love you. A deep sigh from his nose blew through your hair, and after several minutes, Chester was snoozing quietly with his arm around you and your hand held tightly in his. Listening to him and finding a deep comfort in having him there against you made it easy for drowsiness to settle in and take you away into yet another peaceful sleep. And there it is. And of course, there's a fucking penis on the goddamn save screen. I hate it. I hate it when you do that. God damn it. But let's read the author's notes. And thus comes to an end the rout of Chester. Be that as it may, as with Harold, it's not the end of his story. We'll see more in a future epilogue, and there's still some work to be done in his route. Thank you all so very much for your support. Thank you for letting me create this for you all to enjoy with me. Chester is probably my favorite character, so finally bringing his route to an end brings me a lot of mixed emotions. Even now, I fight back the tears. Thank you all again for reading, and I'll catch you all next time. Oh, that's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thus ends yet another route. We have completed 4 routes. I'm very tired. So let's just do our route ending thoughts for Chester. I'm sorry to say this because obviously, we just heard from Dine about how much Chester means to him. And out of the 4 routes we have completed now Harold, Dozer, Spencer, and Chester. I can confirm now that Chester's route is my least favorite. Dozer's my second least favorite because Dozer was a little uneventful and overly sex forward, sometimes in opposition to or even in place of story. But Chester, I felt way too uncomfortable way too often, and not in a way, like, obviously I play a lot of uncomfortable games. My favorite new game of 2021 was Burroughs, and one of my favorite visual novels of all time is Echo. Obviously I'm not averse to uncomfortable stories, but I felt that in those instances, obviously with Burroughs, I haven't seen it play out all the way as it is a new game, but with Echo, it took what it did that was uncomfortable and went somewhere with it. With Chester, I don't feel that the uncomfortable happenings had an adequate payoff. There was a enough of itself voicing its own frustration at the lack of conclusion. Like, it frequently had characters voicing, why isn't it just being handled this way or that way, or it's not being, the school isn't doing enough. Why isn't the police getting involved? And it's like, yes, correct. The school isn't doing enough. Why isn't the police being involved? And it's just not. Well, that's just not good enough. And it just makes it incredibly frustrating. And so you're building this up, and then at the very end, you had Darius Ex Machina out of nowhere just
It's just done. And the problem is that the cafeteria scene was incredibly uncomfortable. You out-sexually assaulted Vernon, and you out-gay shamed him, and then he just gets suspended. He gets expelled from school, banned from school grounds. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a punishment. Not nearly enough punishment for what he did. Not even close. Doesn't it all protect Chester and Link from what Vernon would likely do as retribution for the punishment he got? Not even close. Does it at all satisfyingly pay off the countless hours of build-up of why isn't the school doing anything? Why isn't the police getting involved? Because the police never did get involved. The school only ever did anything when out of nowhere a bunch of other people came forward. Well, that's very satisfying. I feel like what they were trying to do could have been done a lot better. And I feel like Chester as a character is not the blame. And I think there are definite problems with how the game overall is structured that definitely faults. You know, the game has its problems, and that is still true in this route. Everyone has a weird amount of money that can just be thrown around all the time. Even the homeless guy, seemingly. The never being allowed to skip a day because it's one day right after the other for 35 no matter what. That's too many days, and also that's too fast at the same time. It's too long and also too fast. It was too sexual and too fast. Also, I really don't like the smell kink stuff, but that's more of a personal thing. That's not a problem specifically. That's just a personal thing for me. So long and the short of it is that I like Chester as a character. I think doing a route about overcoming the sexual assault trauma and trying to handle the lack of action from a school in terms of dealing with a predator on campus, that can work. But at some point, obvious action has to be taken. And the fact that no one called the cops at any point, like, there's no reason to not. Just going through the school, at some point you need to do it. And at some point, just continually letting the school do nothing. No. And the fact that there was at no point therapy. No point did anyone get therapy. The mystical effects of being in the same room with each other. All of a sudden, PTSD nightmares are starting to slowly dissipate. That's a very romanticized notion that in no way translates to reality in most cases. Some cases, sure, I'll give you that. But this is a romance fantasy. But yeah, this all happens within a month. So trauma generally doesn't heal that quickly for something this severe, especially without any kind of treatment at all. The route made me uncomfortable way too many times. I don't feel like paid it off near enough. There was too many obvious outs, too many obvious routes not taken. I didn't like a lot of the things that I had to do. I didn't like a lot of the things that did happen. I feel like if any of the routes thus far could be redone later, that payoff, that cafeteria scene was not what was not it. It was not it. What kind of retribution is that for a predator to out sexually assault and out gay shame them? That's the big laugh. That's the big gotcha moment. Really? I'm a huge supporter of this game and a huge supporter of everyone that works on it. Have been for hundreds and hundreds of episodes. I would say hundreds at this point. Almost 200 episodes. That was hugely distasteful. So I'm just going to leave it here. Let me know what you guys think. After this, I need to move on to the other routes and try to finish them up. We'll see how that goes. I have no idea where I'm at on Darius, but I know I'm way the fuck behind. Richard is just started. So we'll see. But anyway, bye everyone. Hope you have a nice day. And as a reminder, fuck the Christian right and fuck anyone that supports the maggots. I would say burn in hell, but that would only make you and your cult bullshit sound right, because that place doesn't exist either. Bye everyone.